Hi there, Algebra. Well, here we are again where you might want to watch the video first if you're taking notes, and then write your own notes down after you watch it a second time. So this is the word problem. The length of a rectangular room is 6 feet less than 3 times the width. And the area of the room is 360 square feet. So how wide is the room? So I'm just going to draw a quick drawing of this. I'm going to go 3, and then I'm going to go, is that 6? 2, 4, 5, yep. And the reason I did this is because we already said that the length of the room is, well, the width of the room is W. And we know that the length is 3 times the width minus 6. Now I don't care what this equals. I know that when I multiply W 3 times, the length is going to definitely be longer than the width. And we have a total square area of 360. So the area formula is real simple, right? It's base times height is equal to A. So here we go. Our base times height. Let's go with, I'm going to put the W on the outside. It's going to be a little bit easier to work with that way. So W times the base, which is 3W minus 6, and this all equals 360. And so let's go ahead and distribute. So W times 3W is 3W squared. W times negative 6 is negative 6W, and that's still equal to 360. Now we want to work with that zero product property, so let's subtract that from both sides. And so this is going to be 3W squared minus 6W minus 360, and that's all equal to 0. So now we have this trinomial that's equal to 0. If you carefully look at A, B, and C, 3, negative 6, and negative 360 all have a greatest common factor of 3. So let's factor that 3 out, right? 3W squared divided by 3 is W squared. Negative 6W divided by 3 is negative 2W. And then finally, negative 360 divided by 3 is negative 120. And this is still all equal to 0. So B and C are both negative. All right, this is where I'm going to ask you to think about what you've been doing already with the first 3 sections. What 2 factors give us a negative 120, okay, while also giving us a result of a negative 2? So I'm going to give you a moment. You can pause the video and do that. And when you think you've got it, go ahead and play the video to see if you've got it right. And so what I've come up with, everybody, is W squared is a square. So that's just W, and that is just W. We know that the greatest of the 2 factors has to be the negative. So this is negative 12. And then this factor has to be a positive, because a negative times a positive is a negative. Negative 12 times 10 is negative 120. W times 10 is 10W. Negative 12 times W is negative 12W. And negative 12W and 10W make negative 2W. So we've done the factoring. Now what we do is we set everything to 0. We know that 3 does not equal 0. All right, we know that. Then over here we have W minus 12 is equal to 0, or W plus 10 is equal to 0. So let's solve for W. Add 12 to both sides. So 12 is W. Over here, let's subtract 10. So then W is negative 10. Now let's face it, we're talking about the dimensions of a rectangle. Every dimension, base and width, have to be a positive. So that can't be the answer. So therefore, the width of the room is 12 feet. This is 12 feet, or 12 units. Oh no, 12 feet, that's correct. And just for hoots and hollers, 3 times 12 is 36, and 36 minus 6 is 30. So 30 feet times 12 feet is 360. So what I was just doing there was checking my work. I know the question was, how wide is the room? But I was taking it one step farther to make sure that the math was correct.